Okay, y'all, we're reviewing The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 12, episode 20. We are episode 20. Damn, it's been a long season. More love, more problems. That is the name of the episode. More love, more problems. I think that's a spin on words with the whole Kenya Moore situation, more problems, and the more love is, Porsha bringing all the ladies together. But we're going to get into that in a second. Shout out to Nene Leakes and Cynthia Bailey for dressing alike. Nene Leakes and Cynthia Bailey were on the same accord, and they wore leopard because I guess Cynthia was like, well, I didn't go to her leopard party, so I guess I'll go ahead and wear leopard when we go hang out together for our scene. Shout out to all the blogs that said that Nene didn't have a scene in this episode. I told y'all, be careful who you listen to because a lot of people be wrong, but there is what it is. It's something to talk about during the quarantine, child. But okay, so this episode started out with Kandi and Todd, but I'm going to talk about them a little later because I'm putting all their stuff in one little lump. But, okay, so Nene and Cynthia met at Swag Boutique. They chilling. Nene called her out because she was like, I was not feeling you in Greece because, they just got back from Greece. The whole Spitgate situation, everything is resolved except Nene acted up in front of producers and decided she did not want to participate the final night with the Greek tragedies. Y'all remember that a couple of weeks ago because, we was postponed one episode and here we are back again in case you forgot. Now, Nene and Cynthia, they have made amends, but I don't think they're quite back to where they used to be. Remember, they used to be all fun. They used to go out for cocktails. After tapings, they go hang out at the restaurant and eat and stuff. And then Milo would come out and everybody would have a good old time. Well, it don't seem like it's like that no more because they seem like they just being very, very cordial towards each other. So, they come in, they sit, they chit chat, and it's not like they're chit chatting like old friends. They're almost chit chatting like, associates, co-workers, like we got to do this to get this check. So, hey girl, how you doing? I'm good, girl. Oh, you look cute. Oh, you look cute. Girl, stay out of my closet. Girl, you stay out of my closet, girl. So it was just a whole lot of, that fake stuff going on. But, I digress. So Cynthia pretty much tells Nene that she did not come. She was not going to, embarrass her when she and Kandi decided to do the Greek tragedy in 6 acts. Cynthia was supposed to play Nene, and Kandi was supposed to portray Kenya. So Nene wasn't feeling it because she felt like, they all in alliance. Nene feels like Cynthia, Kandi, and Kenya are all, against her. So she did not want them sitting up there making fun of her. It could have been anybody else. It could have been Marlo. It could have been Tanya. It could have been Porsha. It could have been anybody but Cynthia and Kandi. So, so Cynthia was like, I had your back, girl. I was not gonna embarrass you. I was gonna get up there and I was gonna be like, oh, look at these long legs. Oh, look at me. Y'all know me. I'm the one, honey. I am the queen. And, she was low-key shading. She was saying stuff like, look, she said, I'm the HBIC, honey. I got these long legs. Hey, where Greg? So, I guess, it was going to be cute, but we'll never know because we didn't see it. Okay. We'll never know because we did not see it. Kimberly said the lies. Yes, she was being shady boots. Okay. Now, the more love, more lies. The part of the title, the whole more situation. Y'all know Kenya's supposed to be going through this divorce. Personally, I could go on and on. I don't think Kenya was ever married. We already said this 2,516 times. I'm keeping track. I mean, no one's ever found the marriage license, even though I personally haven't looked for it. They kept asking her for it. Didn't nobody have it? It wasn't found. And so nobody is believing that this marriage is actually a legal marriage. Like I said in my interview with Peter and Apollo, that I feel like it was just a civil ceremony. That's how I feel from watching the episodes, and I'm sticking to that. Now, if y'all can prove me otherwise, then I may take it back. But until then, Team Twirl, I know y'all out there watching and taking notes. Until then, I do not believe that Kenya and Mark are really married. Now, Did he father her child? Perhaps. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. They went to the sperm bank. We already acknowledged all that, and it resulted in a beautiful baby girl, Brooklyn. That being said, Kenya wants to make sure that she protects Brooklyn by any means necessary. She's creating a trust for Brooklyn. She wants to make sure all her money goes to Brooklyn. She shaded Mark. She done met with the attorney again. Po Mark, child, po Mark. The whole blog's gonna be like, Mark ain't got no money. Mark is broke. Mark is this. Mark is that. Because Kenya went on national TV and said he ain't got no assets. I got all the assets. Kenya got on national TV and told the world that her husband ain't got no money and she got all the money and she don't want him to get any. So she put all her money in a trust for her child. I mean, I appreciate the fact that she's making sure her child is straight, but even the lawyer said, well, you don't have no prenup. So well, what's going to happen? Like, you know, if they were ever really married, this situation right here is why people win big settlements in divorces. However, because they aren't married, they don't have a prenup, Mark ain't gonna get no money because they were never married in the first place. So she ain't worried about none of that anyway. I digress. But you said you can legally change your name even before the divorce rumors will circulate. What divorce? There is no divorce because there was no marriage, Amy. I'm just saying, like, how can someone divorce someone they never wed? I'm still waiting on that answer. Anywho, I digress. So Kenya said that she wants her aunt, what aunt was it? It wasn't Aunt Lori, because Aunt Lori got short blonde hair. What Aunt Lisa. Aunt Lisa. It was Aunt Lisa. She said she want her Aunt Lisa to be the executor over her entire estate. She want Aunt Lisa to, you know, take Brooklyn if anything was to ever happen to her. And I'm like, where is Aunt Lori? What happened to Aunt Lori? Aunt Lori said you done went and knocked on your mama's door. I am never coming back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Aunt Lori said she is not doing it. So now we got Aunt Lisa. Aunt Lisa then filmed the scene with Kenya. Aunt Lisa got her, you know, she whispering, Kenya whispering. I'm trying to hear. I'm like, dang, y'all speak up a little bit. Where the mics at? And Aunt Lisa like, yes. I appreciate that. That is very nice. Oh, that's so sweet. I love you, Kenya. I'm going to take good care of Brooklyn. I mean, we love each other. That's what families are for. And I'm like, huh? Speak up. What y'all saying? But, you know, it is what it is. But it's very important that you have family around. You said both aunts are attorneys. Okay. But it's very important that your family knows what your wishes are in case of an untimely demise. Apparently, Kenya has not thought about this any time in the past 52 years. And now is the perfect time, since she has a child, to, you know, get her priorities in order and decide who is going to take over her estate when she's gone, which is a good thing. But she should have thought about it well before now. But, you know, that's just me. You said, Michelle, stop acting like Trump looking for Obama's birth certificate. I am not looking. I'm just saying, if it was to be found, I would certainly blog about it. But since it's never been found, I dispute its validity. Don't you? Anywho, let me see what else I got in my notes. Oh, I forgot to mention, while Nene and Cynthia was hanging out at Swag, Porsha happens to pull up. Let me, you know, I'm going backwards. Porsha happens to pull up. You know, they live in the same neighborhood, and Swag Boutique is around the corner from their subdivision and everything. They're gated community. So Porsha just happens to see all the cameras over there, and she's like, what's going on over here? You know, she sees Cynthia and Nene filming, and she it's the perfect opportunity for her to invite them to her women's events. Remember, Porsha accused Nene of never showing up to any of her events, never supporting her. So, you know, times have changed, and, you know, things are going to happen. You said some blogger would have found a marriage license by now. Mina, somebody, TMZ, anybody, Newsweek, Time Magazine, Sandra Rose, straight from the A, Bossip, Media Takeout, anybody. I'm just saying, People Magazine, where is the marriage license? Where is it? That's why we waiting on this damn reunion, because we want to know where the marriage license is. We was hoping Kenya was going to come with receipts and pull it out her back pocket. I have papers. But again, what's the word? I digress. So let me keep going forward. So Kandi and Todd. Kandi and Todd and then school baby Ace, got baby Ace crying on the FaceTime, telling he want his mama, honey. Baby Ace already Kandi already mad at me. So what the fuck? Who cares? Baby Ace already used to Kandi not being around. Y'all know damn well Ace was not crying. Y'all know damn well Ace was like, okay, I'll see you Tuesday. So Ace they got acting lessons. Ace on the phone crying. Ace, Ty had to pick him up and hug him like it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Because Ty is president of Daddy Daycare. Ty says it on his damn Instagram. I am Daddy Daycare. I chill with my kids. I go out. I have fun. And Kandi is never around. They already know that. Like, what's the big deal? So Kandi needed some, some time in the episodes, and she got it because she acting on the shy. She got a little role. She's supposed to be taking out her clothes, doing sex scenes, yada, yada, yada. And Ty is all here for it. He said, go follow your dreams, do what you do. But, they want us to believe that it's causing problems in their marriage because Kandi works too much. Now, everybody knows in my Phaedra Parks voice that Kandi is after the money. Like Ty wants the money. So of course Ty is going to be for Kandi working hard for the money. And in doing so, Ty also says that, everybody has always been dragging him for not having all the money when he got with Kandi, who had all the money. So what does he do? He got to make all the money too. What's the saying? A man don't work, man don't eat. So Ty went out there to get all the money. Ty done got OLG game. Ty done got OLG breakfast. Ty done got trucking company. Ty, what else Ty got? Ty got all kind of things. So Ty trying to get his situation in order just in case Kandi say, look, just in case Kandi do what Kenya doing and put all her money in a trust. In case Kandi does what Kenya is doing and puts all her money in a trust away from her spouse. Now, Kandi has a real spouse. Now, perhaps since Kandi and Kenya are now besties, Kandi is telling Kenya what to do with her funds. I don't know. They are best friends. Who knows? Todd is paying attention. Todd is like, look, I got to make my own coins. Go out there and get yours, but I got to get mine too. Because Kandi was like, how about you come to Chicago too? How about you come? And Todd was like, I got things to do. I got to work. What I look like just traveling with you while you working and sitting there and doing nothing and not making no money. I got to make my money too. But, therein lies the problem. Later on, Todd and Kandi, have a deep little discussion. She's back from the shot, from filming, and basically, child, I really didn't care. I halfway fell asleep on this part, but basically, she done one and feel her scheduled up with everything. And, Todd feels like she puts everything above her family and, it is what it is, yada, yada, yada. Let's move on. And speaking of somebody who we fell asleep on, I just give an honorable mention to Eva Marcille because she finally had her baby after months of, tricking people, pretending to be late in labor. She finally had baby Maverick, and Cynthia goes and visits baby Maverick, but we fast forward through that scene too. So the best scene in my humble opinion of the entire episode was Portia's event. Porsha had an event. Shout out to Freddie O for taking this group shot of all the ladies in their beautiful, bright, and vibrant colors as Marlo and Nene and Kandi and Shamia and Porsha and Kenya and Cynthia and Tanya. So they went to, Porsha is now the ambassador for the March Dimes. I did a post about it on straightfromtheA.com, and you can also go there and see all the pictures. I'll put the link somewhere down below after this video. But during the event, it was very encouraging because, they noted that stories have power. They encourage, other women to share their testimony. And what's interesting about that, and I told y'all the same thing about, my fibroids. That was the reason why I came on here talking about it, because I knew a lot of women experience fibroids. A lot of women experience infertility issues. A lot of women experience things that have to do with their bodies. But however, there's a lot of men online who discourage us from speaking about it, who shame women from talking about natural things that happen with their bodies. But it's good to talk about it, because you never know who may be going through the same thing, and you can share and find out other tips and tricks on how to deal with certain things. So that being said, several of the ladies talked about things that were going on in their lives. Porsha shared that she had a miscarriage 6 years ago, and she was home alone when it happened, and she kept it to herself. And she felt some kind of way about it, because she was like, she feels that maybe she should have communicated more and shared her story, because she knew that, it might have helped other women. Tanya, brought up the fact that she, found love later in life. She has a low egg reserve, which we found out when she was communicating with Kenya, and when she said she had like one egg or something. But she said, she feels that pressure to have a child, and it's disheartening, how people constantly ask, when are you having a baby? When are you having a baby? What's going on? Kenya also shared her situation. Actually, I found it odd that Kenya's confessional was during Tanya's confession per se. Why didn't Tanya have her own confessional? Why is Kenya talking over, Tanya saying how it feels to have less than one egg? But anyway, so they showed Kenya in confessional stating that it's never right to shame another woman for not being able to have children. But however, Kenya has shamed women for doing a whole lot of things. But I'm not gonna even call her out. I'm gonna let y'all do that. Nene says she's had a miscarriage before, and she praises she said it's very important to have a support system. Marlo has had, Marlo on the other hand, a lot of people drag Marlo. And everybody's always wondering, Marlo, why she ain't got kids? Why Marlo ain't got no man? That's why she ain't got no kids. But at the same time, Marlo revealed that she had 2 ectopic pregnancies, which is she was pregnant in her tubes, and something happened with that. And so now she's unable to have kids. But she says she has a host of nieces and nephews, and she feels blessed to be able to provide for her nephews at this time, because as you know, Marlo has custody of 2 of her nephews. So it was, I just thought, and don't let me forget about Shamia. Shamia also had problems with her pregnancy. She said when she was pregnant with her daughter, her water had broke, and a lot of things was going on. The epidural didn't work. She had problems with the pregnancy. But the funny thing about that is, she said when her water broke and she didn't realize it had broke, she had called Kenya. And Porsha, you should have seen Porsha's face at that dinner, was like, you my best friend. Like, you my best friend. It was another Cynthia and Nene moment. Apparently Kenya taking everybody friends away from them. But she had called Kenya and asked Kenya about the situation, and I guess Kenya showed up at the hospital because Porsha was busy or something. And I didn't like the way Kenya kind of waved Porsha off, like you was working or something. I mean, you was busy. It was like, wait a minute, wait, hold up. You just go snatch her friend away. And even Shamia was like, I wasn't trying to say all that. But, since, Kenya shared the story, and it's the first time Porsha that heard it. So, Porsha felt some kind of way. But I certainly enjoyed the episode, and I enjoyed hearing about all the ladies and the situations that they've been going through. And I would love to hear from you guys. Did y'all enjoy this episode? What did you think about this episode? While I'm at it, like this video if you haven't already, subscribe, and visit Straight from the A for the full recap and the episode, watch the full episode and all that jazz.